Hello everybody, and welcome to Diablo Season 7. We're going to go over how to get your Haedrig's Gift, which is your free set this time around because there were changes between Season 6 and 7. How to get the pet, which is what you see right there, and then also how to get the portrait and stash tab, which is also quite important. But let's start with Haedrig's Gift, because that is pretty significantly different. So previously in Season 6, all you had to do, and also in previous seasons when they had this as well, all you had to do was get to level 70. That will give you one of your Haedrigs. You had to get to, you had to go kill a boss on Torment 1, and it was a specified boss for that season. And then finally, you had to do a Greater Rift 20 solo. That is no longer the case. They made it a bit harder to actually get your set. Previously, upon hitting level 70, you could get it in about an hour before, like max. Now it's a little different. You need to finish all of these chapters 2, 3, and 4. So chapter 1 is pretty easy to do. It's just like kill Rakanoth, kill Izul, reach 50. You'll do this leveling up. Sucker 5 gems into your gear. And by the way, you can unsocket them and resocket them, and that all counts too. But then once you hit chapter 2, and once you complete this, you will get your pieces that you need. So your first 2 set pieces. In this case, it would be Helltooth for me playing a Witch Doctor. Well, this is craft a level 70 item at the blacksmith. That's easy to do because you can level up your blacksmith before you even, hit 70. But then there's just reach 70. So you're not going to get this before you hit 70. The rest of them are pretty easy. Kill certain bosses, craft a level 70 item at the jeweler. So you'll actually have to level everything up. Get Kanai's Cube. Right, pretty easy to get your first 2 pieces, which should put you on the path to getting your next 2 to get your 4-piece. But Chapter 3 has a bit stranger of stuff, so like transmogrify an item, easy, right? But then this is the difficult one. Learn 5 blacksmith and 5 jewel crafting recipes. Now, if you do your bounties at level 70, which you will end up doing, you get, on average, 1 jewel crafting recipe. There's a chance you can get 2 or 3, but that is really unlikely. You're going to almost always get 1 jewel crafting recipe out of each bounty bag. And that doesn't matter if it's the bonus or not. You're gonna get 1 jewel crafting recipe. I would suggest doing the bonuses, though, because you'll need the stuff anyways later on. But this is going to be the most time-consuming thing, is doing a full round of bounties, which you'll need to do anyways, because this says complete all Act 1 through 5 bounties in a single game. So this was actually a pretty good time to do this if you haven't done it already, to get your jewel crafting recipes, and that all kind of works together. But then kill Magda, kill Belial, what was that? Extract a legendary power. So this is all more or less getting to 70 and doing your bounties. And then the Chapter 4, which does give you the final 2 pieces, or 3 pieces, depending on what set you're getting, obviously. Then it's reforge a weapon to have a socket at the Mystic, which, that's something you might have done already at this point. Use Kanai's Cube to upgrade a rare to legendary item. And then just general stuff that you'll already be doing at 70. Finish an Nephilim Rift on Torment 1, right? You'll probably have already done that in Torment 2. But then there is also the Greater Rift level 20 solo, which is something we've seen in previous stuff. So what they've done here is they've made it so instead of just getting your set right when you hit 70, which was pretty much the case before, you are having to actually work for it and have to do stuff before you fully get it. And then that will award you with the portrait, the pet, your armor set, obviously, and then allow you to open up the next bit. So in order to get the next portrait, you get 1 legendary gem to 25, Nephilim Rift, Torment 5. This is all pretty easy stuff. It's actually really easy to get there. Greater Rift 30 solo. Once you get your set, you should be able to do 40 solo pretty easily, even with bad weapons and rings and all that. Equip Kanai's Cube with armor, weapon, and ring legendary power. So you have to extract 3 things into it on each of the categories and have them equipped. And then we move up to Champion. That gets us this portrait. Or Craft a Flawless Royal. That's going to take time because you actually have to get the gems in order to do that, but most people will be able to do it. Master a Set Dungeon. The other one was Finish a Set Dungeon. This one is Master a Set Dungeon. So if you're in Slayer, I'm pretty sure it's Finish. Or actually, now that I think about it, it might be... crap, now I don't remember which one it was. Was it in this that you actually have to do the set dungeon? Because that would be annoying. Nope. Okay, I'm pretty sure it is Slayer. It's in here somewhere. One of them is just finish a set dungeon, because I had to do that. Then there's master any set dungeon. On some cases, this will be pretty easy. For instance, if you're playing a witch doctor, Helltooth is not the easiest to do it with, but if you do Jade, it's much easier. So there's ways to get around it. Destroyer, to get this portrait, is 3 legendary gems to 45. Hellfire Amulet, kill Adria. By the way, I should probably mention, now that I mentioned the Hellfire Amulet, in order to get this stuff, you will need to kill all of the Key Wardens, so Act 1 through 4, basically, on a Torment 4 or higher. So it's not that difficult. You'll be able to do it with a 4-piece, but just keep in mind that you'll need to kill all those guys. And then going all the way up to Conqueror, which is how you get your stash space in your portrait frame, you'll need to finish a 70 Nephilim Rift on T13 within 5 minutes. You can do this in a public game. I would suggest doing it. People run pretty quickly. You may not get it on your first Rift, but you can get it after several. Complete 2 conquests this season. I'll talk about the conquests after we're done here. Kill Gome at level 70 in under 30 seconds on Torment 13. Slay Greed at Torment 13 difficulty. So there's some things here that they're not easy to do. Most people, I don't think, will actually get their stash space. Like, the average person won't get their stash space this season because of the introduction of Torment 11 through 13, which a lot of people were kind of having issues getting their Greater Rift 70 solo last season, or 75. So this actually is not the easiest thing to do. So I would suggest, keeping an eye on where you can go this season. I think a lot of people are going to end up at Champion and get this one, and that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but those of the people who want to finish their seasonal journey are having to put in a lot more time this season in order to do so. Also, use Kanai's Cube to augment 2 ancient and legendary items with a 40+ gem. In Destroyer, there is a 30+ gem, so augment. Basically, you use a legendary gem that's rank 30 or above to augment an item, and that will give you that one. Or in this case, it'll give you this one. So if you could probably get away with doing a 40+ gem the first time around, that way you complete half of this one, the power amplification. And then use Kanai's Cube to reforge a legendary item, so that's pretty easy to do. And then finally, the last one, which I haven't finished this one, but the last one is a T13 Rift in under 4 minutes, which that gets a little tight. You're going to need pretty good gear for that. Greater Rift 70 solo, not too difficult. Asmodan in T13 in under 20 seconds. That one is pretty difficult. Extract 40 cube powers. That's going to take some time. Obviously, a lot of bounties involved with that. 3 50+ gem augments, right? So you basically, the same thing with this one. 3 gems to rank 70, which that's pushing the edge of some people, I would say. And then complete 3 conquests. And then that will give you the final one, which is usually the molten one. Now, let's look at the conquests, in fact, because they're not difficult. You can finish 3 conquests if you're able to do the rest of it anyways. So if you can get to that final part of the journey, you're going to be able to finish 3 conquests. The one I've done so far, Greater Rift 45 solo without any set items equipped. It's actually fairly easy to do. Reach Greater Rift 75 solo is one. And then the other one is level 3 legendary gems to 65. That would probably be the ones that I suggest doing. They're the easiest. If you can't do the Greater Rift 75, then I would say probably either try Sprinter, which is not that difficult to do anymore. It does require some coordination with other people, though. Or do Avarice. Avarice is probably the easiest one to do outside of the Greater Rift 45 solo. Or actually leveling up gems to 65, because that just requires time more than anything else. But, either way, you're getting a lot done. I should point out that there is no requirement from everything that I've seen to get a hardcore character to 70 this season. So no longer do you have to get a hardcore character up in order to finish part of the seasonal journey. I kind of like that, but I kind of dislike it. It was fun having people try out a hardcore character, but I think it makes more sense not to have it there. So with that, you can get this stuff in hardcore as well if you really wanted to, but it's not necessary to doing the the seasonal journey. You don't have to have a hardcore character this season, and I kind of like that. But with all of that, I mean, you pretty much see that that's the way to get your stash space. That's the way. The seasonal journey is going to be a bit longer this season for some people, and I'm okay with that because I literally finished mine in a few days last season. This time, we're a couple days in, and I've got some work to do still. I could probably get my stash space today if I really wanted to. But yeah, it's a little harder this season. With all that being said, good luck on getting as far as you want. I would suggest at least getting your Chapter 4 done to get this stuff. I mean, it's pretty easy to do. It's fun. And then you could be done for the season. But if you want to go further on, like I said, good luck. It's gonna be a little harder this season. And we shall see you guys next time.